Hey, you all out there, this is Trucker 306 out of Saskatchewan, and today is the 31st of December, 9:37 p.m. in Saskatoon. I just reached my home, and this is a video regarding diesel gelling. So, I left home on the 25th of December. First, my batteries didn't start. I've boosted up the truck and took it to Winnipeg, Canada. And on the 26th, I was stuck there because there was nobody open there. And then on the 27th, the Deb autos there have changed my 4 batteries, and I was all good to hit down south. I pick up a load from there. I went to Albert Lee, Minnesota. From there I went to Green Bay, Wisconsin. As I was coming back from there, from Green Bay, Wisconsin, I had to fill up the diesel in my truck. So what would I do? What would all the truckers do, right? They would go whether get a winterized diesel or put additive in their diesel because it's too cold. It was like minus 30, minus 25, and all over Canada and US. Mostly the weather was bad. Close to Canada, I mean, all the northern US states are having all these kind of weathers, and Canada too. Much of Canada have the same weather too, minus 25 to minus 30. So I went to Abilene there at US 29 on Curtis, Wisconsin, and they claim they have winterized diesel they're selling. So I fill up that diesel in my tanks. By the time I reach Fergus Falls, Minnesota, my tanks, my truck start gelling. And I had a friend who was behind me. His name is Dinesh. I was on the phone with him and I told him, hey, you know what's going on with me in my truck? And he said it has to be gelling because there's no other way that you have enough fuel rail pressure sensor on. So I pull it into Fargo, North Dakota at Love's, and I bought the hose and put that additive in my truck with the fill up the diesel there too, and left there thinking that this is gonna work. But what happened that I didn't know. This is the first time I ever had this gelling problem in my diesel. So what happened that when I fill it up and probably left there after 15 miles, the truck started, engine came light was there before, but it started decreasing the speed and all that. I didn't have enough power. So I turned around from there, and my dear friend Dinesh followed me all the way back to Fargo. Thanks for him looking after for me, and that's what the friends are for, though, if you're a real friend. Anyway, so he dropped me to he drove behind me, make sure I reached to at least Fargo, because I was thinking that there I could go to Peterbilt tomorrow, which would be a 30th of December, and they would be open on speaking to some of the guys, they tell me, hey, you know what, why don't you go to TA? So from there I went to TA, and I spoke. Well, TA was closed, the shop was closed. I called them in, they pick up the phone. I said, hey, you know what, my truck is gelling. They bring my truck right in. They're good people there too, very good people. The mechanic there, they change my they heat up my diesel tanks, and they change my filter and separator, and then he told me, hey, you know what, if it's minus 20, do not put hose in there. Put power service, the white jug in there, or if it's an emergency that you have in this problem, put the power service 911, the red jug in there, and that would help you out more than hose did. Anyway, they fixed my truck. I left the shop, I drove out and parked my truck and sleep for that night there. And I wake up in the morning from there because I didn't have no hours left, so I went, I hit the road there, and after 1 hour I got this light come back again. Man, oh man, I tell you. And I still had the same problem. Somehow I reached Pembina, North Dakota, which was the border I was supposed to cross, and there I bought another jug of 911 PS 911 additive, the red bottle, and I poured in my tanks, and then I tried to drive from there to Winnipeg. Up to Winnipeg everything was good, the speeds were back, but the minute I reached Winnipeg, that's what happened. My truck started cutting the power and everything. So I took the trailer down to the yard and I dropped it in the yard, and then I went to Petro-Canada. Petro-Canada Canadian fuel, the Canadian winter fuel, is the best fuel in the world for winter driving. There is no exception to it. I've been driving 15 years. I never had a shutdown before like that, or any kind of fuel problem before. So all you truckers out there, super truckers, non-super truckers, you know, all the drivers who are going out from Canada to US, please fill up your tank. You wouldn't have this problem. Fill it up properly. Make sure if you're filling up in the US to use additive. If it's 920, use the PS additive. And well, it's 31st of December. What can I say? I made it home. I'm going home now. You all guys have a good one. Happy New Year. I'll see you next year. Special thanks to my friend Dennis and the people at TA who helped me out there when I was really needed the help. Have a good one. Bye bye.